Yo, what's going on guys? Evan Tanaka here, back with another video. In today's video, we are doing a different type of video that I've never done before. We are making a tier list on this website called Tier Maker. So basically it's Tier Maker, they give you a list of all these players, or you can make a list of all these players. So I did all point guards. So in today's video, we are ranking the top 30 or 20 point guards in NBA 2K22 Myteam, and I'm putting them in S tier is the best, A tier is the second best, B tier is the third best, C tier is the fourth best, and D tier is the fifth best. We're going to be going through and ranking each player. So maybe Dennis Schroeder's in C, or Dennis Schroeder's in D, or whatever Dennis Schroeder is. We put him in there like this, and we scroll him up there, and then that's the list, and we just make it like that. It's a pretty interesting video. I like the concept a lot. I think you guys will enjoy, and let me know in the comment section down below what you disagree about in this list, and let me know what you would want me to change, just so we can talk about that stuff in the comment section below and get some sort of interaction between each other. And I'll make sure to respond down below and like your comment. So let's get on to the video. If you are new here, we are on the road to 600 subscribers by the end of the year. I'd really appreciate if you guys could subscribe down below. I post 2 to 3 Myteam videos every single day and give some of the best no spend content, tips and tricks on the platform. Without further ado, let's get on to the video. So guys, we do have a lot of players to get through, so I'm not going to go too in detail to most players. It's mostly just going to be, okay, he's in this tier, this is why, he's in this tier, this is why. But if we do find a couple players that we want to debate about, I'll debate why I think one's better than the other. First one, Walt Frazier. I think he's a really solid point guard. I'm going to go A tier. He's still a top tier defender in the game, still gets one of the best point guard animations defensively, so I'm going to put Walt Frazier in A tier. Damian Lillard, he's still okay, but I'm going to give him C tier. Like, he can still shoot the ball, he can still dunk the ball, but he's just not really good at defense, and he's kind of just one-dimensional on offense. So C tier is definitely, I think, a good position for Damian Lillard Ruby card. Next one, guys, is this Amethyst D Brown, and I'm going to assume all the Evos are their up Evo, so this D Brown is a diamond. And guys, not going to lie, this D Brown and a diamond is not bad. I'm going to put him in B. I think he's actually pretty solid. He's definitely better than Damian Lillard. I don't think he's as good as Walt Frazier, though. That's also kind of how you have to do the list. Is this person better than the other person? Kind of compare each other. But Oscar Robertson, guys, is the next point guard, and he's B tier. He's not that good. He's B tier. Like, he's better than Damian Lillard, but he's just not that good. He's not that good. Like, he's okay. Like, he's still 6'5" point guard, but he's just not good. Stephan Marbury, he's C tier, maybe B tier. I'm gonna put him in C for now. We may move him up because I would definitely use D Brown, or actually no, he's B tier. He's B tier because I would definitely use him. I use him over D Brown, so he's above D Brown. So it's probably like, this is probably the list for me. It's probably something like that. I'd probably use Oscar over D Brown as well. So that's how the list goes. Now, Derrick Rose is also going to be in A tier. I think Derrick Rose is still a really elite point guard. I just feel like he's not really in that S tier yet. I just don't feel like he's in the S tier. So, next point guard, guys. Jrue Holiday is really solid. I'm putting him in A tier as well. I really do like this Jrue Holiday. I think he's a top tier point guard in the game. I think he's a great defender. He can score the ball pretty well. You know, he's a good playmaker on offense. He does everything well. I feel like he is an A tier point guard. Isaiah Thomas, I think, is our first S tier. He definitely is our first S tier. In my opinion, the second best point guard in the game. So he is definitely going to be in our S tier, guys. And I have set a limit on the S tier to only 5 players. We have to have at least 5 players in the S tier. No more, no less. Has to be at least 5 players in the S tier. I feel like that just makes it more fun to see, you know, how many people are in the S tier. Steph Curry, guys, also is in the S tier. Steph Curry is still a very elite point guard. He's an okay defender. Like, he has good stats, but he's just a little bit too small and a little bit, you know, not the best body frame. But on offense, guys, this guy is probably the best point guard for 3 hunting, and he can just score the ball at will because he can also dunk the ball. Kyrie Irving, both of them are the same card. I'm gonna put them both in C tier because I would use them around the same as much as I would use Dame. I'm using Marbury over him. I'm using Oscar over him, and I'm using D Brown over him. So I'm gonna probably put Kyrie Irving, both of them, in C tier. Also, guys, I do want to point out that I forgot to add on this list. I forgot to add Jamal Murray, and I forgot to add DeJounte Murray. So DeJounte Murray would be in A tier, and Jamal Murray would also be in A tier. So if you guys are wondering that later in the video, I've been getting some questions about it because I did this with my friends as well on TikTok. So if you guys want to check that out, Evan Tanaka 2K on TikTok. We did do these on TikTok, but I'm remaking them myself and doing my opinions only. We forgot that Jamal Murray and DeJounte Murray, the Amethyst and the Diamond. So if you guys are wondering where those cards are, what position rank they are, in my opinion, they're both A tier. They're both great offensive players. DeJounte Murray's a great defender. Jamal Murray's just a little bit better on offense, 6'4". But anyway, so next on to the Gilbert Arenas. And guys, he's just not good. He's C tier. He's just not good. I know he's pink diamond. He's just not good. Darren Fox, he is A or B. For now, I'm gonna go B, but I may move him up to A tier. We'll see. We'll see. Jason Terry is A. Jason Terry is nasty. Jay Terry is underrated, like 50K, 40K, and he is a elite point guard. Now, Pete Maravich, guys, is also going to be in S tier. I do believe he is an S tier point guard. He's better than these guys, but if we're ranking this is actually how it probably goes. I got Pete over Curry, though. So I got Isaiah Thomas as the best point guard right now on my list, and then Pete Maravich, and then Steph Curry. I'm not going to order the list. I'll just order the S tier just so you guys can see who my top 5 point guards in the game are right now. Westbrook is really solid as well. I'm going to go A tier. Westbrook is really solid point guard. He's not the best point guard. Like, he's not top 5 up here, but he's definitely, like, mid B tier, mid A tier, like, right in the middle here. That's kind of where I put Westbrook for ordering the list. Dennis Schroeder is our first D tier player. He is terrible. That is the worst point guard, worst card I think I've ever used this whole year. He is terrible. James Silas is also terrible. Probably one of the worst cards I've ever used. Again, terrible card. I don't know why. They're just terrible to me. Chris Paul, like C or B. I'm gonna go B. I think he gives you something. He definitely gives you something. I just don't know how good of stuff he gives you, but he's definitely B. I think Fred VanVleet is also B tier. He's really solid. I don't know if he's on the A tier level because Jason Terry, Drew Holiday, Westbrook, Derrick Rose, Walt Frazier. I just don't think he touches that list, but maybe he does, but I don't think so. Louis Dampier is not the best either. I'm gonna go D tier. I'd rather use, you know what? I'm putting Kyrie in D tier. I hate these Kyrie cards. I'm putting Kyrie in D tier. I'm moving Louis Dampier is just a little bit better than Kyrie in my opinion. Gary Payne, guys, is the best point guard in the game, so that is going to be our list. Gary Payne, in my opinion, is the best point guard in the game, so he's obviously going to be in S tier, and this is the ranking so far of the top 5 point guards. I got Gary Payne, Isaiah Thomas, Pete Maravich, and Steph Curry. Those are my top 4 right now. Chris Paul, again, he's just a clone of this one of the Diamond, so we're just going to have to move him up to B tier. That's pretty even there. Dave Bing, I mean, he's solid. I'm going to put him in C tier. He's mid. Like, he's okay. That's what I'm trying to say. Bob Cousy, I'm not the biggest fan of him. I'm going to put him in C tier as well. I'm not the biggest fan. He's mid. He's okay. I do really like Spencer Dinwiddie. I'm going to put him in A tier. I definitely run Spencer Dinwiddie over all of these cards, and I definitely would probably run him over, like, Drew Holiday, and maybe run him over Terry, maybe run him over D-Rose. We'll have to see, but he's definitely up in A tier. Darren Williams, he's still pretty solid. I'm going to put him in B tier. He is still definitely very solid. And, guys, I've just realized I'm going to move Chris Paul down to C tier. I'm just not the biggest fan of these Chris Paul cards. I'm just not the biggest fan of them. That's all I can really say there. Allen Iverson, he's still really good. I'm going to put him in A tier. He is still very, very solid. And, guys, Ruby D-Rose, he's solid as well. Like, I'm putting him in B tier. Ruby D-Rose is really, really good, guys. Like, he is better than all of these cards down here. And he's, like, up with these cards in B tier. And he's even potentially up with the cards in A tier. And guys, the last person on our list, by the way, we're going to rebalance the list because the list is really out of shape, so we're going to rebalance that. But last card, guys, I am counting Ja Morant because of the fact that we know his stats, we know his badges, and we know his animations. Again, we do have to see how he plays. But, like, guys, going off his stats and badges right now, because I'm making the list right now. Also, guys, I'm making this list before the Trey Young cards come out tomorrow. So Trey Young would be on this list. I forgot to point that out. This was made the day before, because I'm making this when we got told it was Trey Young and Klay Thompson. So guys, right now I know it's Trey Young, but we don't have the card to look at, so I have no idea the stats and badges. So Trey Young, we don't know. I'm making this the day before Trey Young did end up coming out. So Trey Young's not on this list. Would he probably be A or S tier? Probably. But we'll have to see tomorrow. Ja Morant, though, he's definitely going to make it. And how he looks right now, I think he's better than these 3 as well. I think he's better than Isaiah Thomas. I think Ja Morant's the second best point guard in the game right now if you look at his stats and badges and his animations. I think Ja Morant is, not close to Gary Payne, but I think he's behind Gary Payne. And then probably for me, Isaiah Thomas, Pete Maravich, Steph Curry. So, guys, this is my list. We may need to bounce some stuff out. I think I'm going to move this Ruby Dame down. He's just outdated, to be honest with you. Because I want to make this list as balanced as possible, but it's honestly pretty balanced. We could also move like Louis Dampier down. He's kind of useless as well. And then someone from here will probably go. Who could we go here? We'll go D Brown. I mean, he's okay, but he's just not the best, to be honest with you. So yeah, guys, this is the list. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys want to pause the screen, take a more in-depth look that you probably have seen before, like you're like looking at it as I'm making it. But if you guys really want to go in-depth and look at it, you can pause the screen, look at it, let me know in the comment section down below. But thank you guys for watching. We'll be making more of these videos, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center, and then maybe like a top 30 players in the game list. We're making a lot more tier lists, so let me know in the comment section down below if you did enjoy this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.